Richard, good morning.
Hey, Stephanie.
So, for those just joining us, you must know Richard Dormer best from, at least the American audiences know you best, as the eye-patched, mustachioed, bearded Game of Thrones character Beric. I have to say that specifically with your name because there were a lot of mustachioed, bearded, eye-patch-clad characters in Game of Thrones.
But I have a deeper voice, though.
You do. And you know what? Okay, I could just listen to you read the phone book. It's just a fantastic voice, easily recognizable. I am so excited, if I may use the English expression, chuffed to bits, to find out that one of my favorite authors of all time, Terry Pratchett, his characters are being brought to life in a BBC America show, The Watch, that is coming out January 3rd, which is really hopeful for me because a lot of people have been like, hey, is 2021 going to be any better than 2020? And we start off January 3rd with a huge banger. Richard, first of all, you star as Sam Vimes, the captain of The Watch. Tell us a little bit about The Watch and what we can expect from the show as far as, like, the tone, the tenor, all of that.
Okay, well, it's The Watch is set in a fantasy world, in an imaginary world, somewhere in a second-hand set of weird dimensions in the universe. It's a flat world called Discworld, which floats through space on the back of 4 elephants that walk across the back of a giant turtle. But our story, because there are a lot of stories in the Discworld, but this story focuses on a police force in the city of Ankh-Morpork. But the thing about this place is that crime is legal. And therefore, the police force has very little authority or power to do anything about all the crime being committed. And then something happens. A ghost from the past revisits Sam Vimes, and it changes his destiny and the destiny of everybody in this world forever.
It's Terry Pratchett. We're not expecting him at all to be writing anything historical fiction. We expect, especially fans of Discworld, we expect that sort of dystopian, odd, I don't want to necessarily use Doctor Who, the timey-wimey thing, but we expect that. Fans of Terry Pratchett are so excited about the characters from Discworld being brought to this. What did you bring to Sam Vimes when you were cast and you're like, okay, I've got to do this justice? What were the main elements that you were like, I've got to make sure that I have that this comes across in my character?
I think the most important thing about Sam Vimes is heart and soul. And that's what I tried to bring to him, a sense of humanity. Because I didn't want him just to be some grizzled drunk. He has a whole inner life. He's a great sense of empathy for other human beings and goblins and dwarves and trolls and giants. So that's the main thing was I wanted to bring that, as well as the humour, and there's a bit of slapstick, but what I really wanted to bring was a sense of a real truth to the character, so that you actually believe, you believe in his struggle.
Richard Dormer joining us. The show is The Watch on BBC America. Is this going to be just a limited series, or do you expect that this will be picked up for many more series and will follow more characters throughout?
Well, I hope it has legs. I think people once they start to watch it and get into it, I think there's a slightly kind of addictive quality to it. It's very Moorish because, you know, I've never seen anything like this in television before. I mean, it's inspired by Pratchett's world, but it's also, you know, the people that were brought in creatively. We've all added our own little, little bit of zest, a little bit of passion and humour. So I really think it's got legs. I hope it has. I would love the world to be enlightened by its messages, and the message basically, I think, runs the whole way through it, is that dare to love, dare to open your heart to others, and that's the answer to life. It's simple. It's just love.
Richard, it looks amazing. First of all, you definitely get this wonderful sense of place and time within everything. And I've had this conversation with several actors and actresses in the past regarding this idea of taking a book or a series of books, and rather than turning it into a movie, this idea of television giving it the breadth that it needs in order to follow the hero's journey, the entire thing, not leaving any characters out. It really gives credit to the work itself, and maybe even inspires more people to pick up not only Discworld but other Terry Pratchett books as well. A couple remaining seconds here with Richard Dormer. This is obviously keeping you incredibly busy, but do you have any other irons in the fire? Anything that we're going to see you in aside from The Watch?
Yeah, I'm currently shooting season 2 of a Sky television series called Cobra, starring Robert Carlyle. So I'm doing that till I'm finished shooting that in February of next year. And then hopefully, you never know, we might even be doing filming season 2 of The Watch later next year. So fingers crossed.
Fingers definitely crossed, because I want to see all of this and so much more. Richard Dormer, thank you so much for taking the time to come on this show. Come back soon.
Thank you very much. It's lovely talking to you.